So I decided that I need a webcam. I am one of the millions of people who are now working from home, and that means that I spend a lot of time on Zoom. But I found that the little camera in my MacBook Air isn't that great of quality, and I'd like to boost the quality for work, but also for my YouTube channel. So I tried looking around for webcams from a brand that I know well, which is Logitech, but they're sold out of most of their webcams due to so many people working from home, unless I were to go up to some of their higher end models. And I was considering spending quite a bit of money on a brand that I know, but then I saw some alternative options on Amazon, and that got me thinking, why don't I give one of these cheaper webcams a try? Take this one for example. It's the Jellycomb 1080p webcam with tripod featuring autofocus and a privacy shutter. It sounds pretty good, right? Well, I was able to order it on Amazon for just $48. The Logitech camera with the same specs costs about $200 more. So I decided to give it a try. It's got to be better than my built-in MacBook camera, right? Now, before I dive in here, I only ask that you click that like button if you do enjoy the video today. And if you want to see more of my content, just click subscribe. Now, don't get me wrong, I am very aware of the fact that the webcam I purchased on Amazon is basically a cheaper version of what you can get out there from the big brands, so I know the quality just won't be as good. That said, I recently did an unboxing of the latest MacBook Air with Retina display, and I'll actually link to that above for you here. But while I do think the Air is a great computer for most people, I find that the camera is less than adequate. Apple has been shipping new versions of the MacBook Air for years, and yet they haven't updated the 720p FaceTime camera. It's especially bad on the Retina display, which actually has about 3 times the pixels than the screen that originally shipped with that same built-in camera. So here's your comparison. The camera I bought on Amazon for $50 versus the built-in MacBook Air camera. First up, daytime comparison at my kitchen table. First, here's the MacBook. This is a daytime test with the built-in FaceTime camera on the MacBook Air. Next, the webcam. This is a daytime test of the Jellycomb external webcam. As a bonus, we also have the 2015 MacBook Air around the house, so I decided to fire that up too for this comparison. Now, the nighttime comparison. First up, the MacBook Air 2020. Next up, the Jellycomb webcam. And lastly, the 2015 MacBook Air. So in my opinion, the verdict is clear. The Jellycomb camera is much better than the MacBook camera in terms of overall quality, and especially at night or in low light, it's not even close. The MacBook camera in low light is almost unusable. It's so grainy and noisy, and it lacks sharpness. The Jellycomb is actually very clear. Now, there are a couple of things to note about this inexpensive third-party webcam. First, you probably noticed that the color temperature is quite different than on the MacBook camera. Secondly, the autofocus on the webcam is very active to the point of being a little distracting. And at some points, it just doesn't get the focus right. And no matter what I do, I cannot bring it back into focus. What I'm really shocked at though is just the fact that the 2015 MacBook seems to do a better job than my MacBook Air with Retina display. It's clearly a sharper image with less noise. To say the least, I'm disappointed with the camera on the latest MacBook Air. Would I recommend you buy the Jellycomb webcam that I got off of Amazon? Sure, but only if you're planning to use it for light lifting like Zoom meetings for work, that type of thing. I'll leave a link in the description if you want to check it out, because it is definitely an affordable option. And it also teaches us a valuable lesson. Camera components are getting cheaper, and it's safe to say that Apple could absolutely put a better camera into the MacBook Air. Hopefully with their next update, they do just that. That's all for now. Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed the video today, throw a like on it for me. And if you want to see more of Technology Paul, click subscribe. We'll see you in the next one.